Greetings, my dear viewers, the Pyramid on Air. So welcome to our analytical digital pit of Pyramid. In this video, we will take a closer look at who is the Titan SPEAKERMAN. Where did it come from and who is updating it? How powerful are its guns and what technologies are used to create this unique giant cyborg robot? In this video, we will dive into the story of one of the most interesting characters in the series. I spent a lot of time getting all this interesting information, so get comfortable and let's dive into the details. First, let's take a look at the story of our main character. It is divided into 4 main stages of evolution: initial, infected, infected with an upgrade, and after the parasitic stage. Initial stage of evolution. Even at the very beginning of the series, in the initial stage of development of our hero, there were fierce battles for power on the territory of the globe. Then the army of Skibidi toilets began to grow rapidly and defeat the army of Cameraman. The army of Skibidi toilets began to have rather large-sized combat units that the normal-sized Cameraman could no longer cope with. Then the development department, led by a scientist Cameraman, created a large fighting vehicle of the Titan Cameraman robot, which began to effectively protect its troops. But the cunning G-Man, one of the generals of the Skibidi troops of the toilets, is not an easy opponent. He figured out how to defeat the Cameraman Titan and hit his core. At that moment, the units of the Cameraman army lost their defense and started to lose again. The Skibidi virus was spreading at a very high speed throughout the city. The Cameraman Research Center has been hard at work on a new version of the Cameraman Titan, but it took a long time. There are 6 main races in the Skibidi series: people, toilets, astro toilets, cameras, speakers, and TVs. Perhaps there is still a race of computers, but so far in the Defuk series it has not manifested itself in any way. And in the 8th season of the series, in the 24th episode, a new race comes to the aid of the losing Cameraman, the SPEAKERMAN race. Their main ability is the impact of a powerful sound on their victim. The defender and combat leader of the speakers is the main character of this video, the legendary Titan SPEAKERMAN. Main function of Titan SPEAKERMAN designed to protect troops from large-sized enemies, Skibidi toilets. The SPEAKERMAN Titan could easily find Skibidi toilet bases and destroy them. The Skibidi army began to suffer significant losses. Then, the evil scientist Skibidist in the 10th season of the series comes up with a new military strategy and decides to invent special parasites that capture the consciousness of the victim in order to control the entity through them and win wars. Arsenal and abilities of Titan at the initial stage of evolution. In the initial stage of development, the Titan SPEAKERMAN had the first version of the speakers and a red thermonuclear core. Pay attention to the design of his black cannon. This is an Easter egg to the Transformers universe. We present to our attention the cannon of the famous Transformer villain Megatron. Moreover, the model of this gun is used as the turbine of a jetpack, which is located behind our hero's back. He was wearing a red shirt, black dress pants, black dress shoes, and black leather gloves. He perfectly combined hand-to-hand combat, flying on a jetpack and his powerful weapon on his left hand. SPEAKERMAN Titans initially had a pure consciousness not infected by any other alien technologies. Well, of course, his unique ability to play music that inspires his army to great deeds and solidarity. Infected stage of evolution. In the 32 episode, having organized an ambush on the Titan SPEAKERMAN, an evil Skibidi scientist puts parasites on him. The red core of Titan changes color to yellow, and the course of battles begins to change the balance. Now, the strong and agile Titan SPEAKERMAN begins to kill and destroy his own troops and the troops of his former comrades in arms. His ability to play motivational music was blocked by parasites, so that he can no longer feed the spirit of the Alliance army. In episode 33, we see how he destroys any attempt to play this music and destroys the helicopter speakers. Our hero becomes an unwitting hostage of circumstances. When a team of Cameraman scientists attempt to save him from a terrible prison of infection, they're developing a new anti-parasite weapon. In the 11th season, they try to use this weapon on the Titan SPEAKERMAN, but its power is not enough and the healing does not occur. But the gun with the developed technology was saved. And then a team of scientist Cameraman decided to develop a more powerful weapon with large dimensions, such as a tank. They almost managed to free the Speakerman Titan, but at the last moment, the sneaky G-Man intervened and destroyed the anti-parasite tank of the Cameraman. The Cameraman army is again in a weaker position. And then in the 13th season, a new race suddenly comes to their aid. Race of TVs, led by the leader, Titan TV Man. Cameraman's army has protection again. And in the 45th episode of the series, Titan TV Man and Titan Speakerman enter into a tough fight. Titan TV Man is a very powerful warrior and of course one-on-one begins to defeat the Speakerman Titan. He finds its weak spots and rips out one of the speakers with his shoulder harpoons. Titan Speakerman felt something was wrong and that one cannot see victory. He quickly rushed into flight, but not for long because he comes back with help. In a broken state with a torn-off column, he still manages to defeat the Titan TV Man together with his allies. The Titan TV Man takes heavy damage and disappears for a long time, running away. The Cameraman army is once again left defenseless. But fortunately, in the 16th season, the Cameraman scientists managed to release a new version of Titan Cameraman. While the renewed Titan holds the line, they are preparing a new anti-parasite tank, more powerful and protected, in order to finally release the Titan-infected Speakerman. In the 17th season, the Cameramen launch a counteroffensive under the protection of the Cameraman Titan and advance the tank deep into the city in search of the Titan Speakerman struck down. In the 18th season, realizing the danger of the situation, the evil Skibidist scientist invents the Acid Skull and destroys the new development of the Cameraman scientists. Arsenal and abilities of the Titan, the infected stage of evolution. In the infected stage of its evolution, the Titan Speakerman had all the same weapons and abilities, but a little more clouded consciousness and reflexes, because part of the forces was spent on serving parasites. He became more aggressive, but with the help of G-Man support, the Titan's effectiveness was kept at 100%. Also, his motivating music mode was blocked by a parasite. Infected upgrade evolution stage. The evil scientist has been hard at work all this time on a new version of the Titan Speakerman. After the main danger in the form of an anti-parasitic tank was destroyed with the help of an acid skull, the Titan Speakerman, already updated to a new version, immediately appeared. He mercilessly begins to destroy the troops of the Alliance. Arsenal and abilities of Titan at the infected upgrade stage of evolution. Let's take a closer look at all the details of his upgrade. The first thing we see after is the infected yellow nucleus. As you may have noticed, the core of a healthy Speaker Titan burns with red fire. This yellow thermonuclear core is enclosed in a protective transparent flask that has a hole in the form of a cylinder with 8 holes. On the sides of the core, we see 2 additional columns, as it was before. Please note that now the solar plexus zone is protected by a powerful body armor made of 3 thick plates. The body armor is fastened with a wide leather strap to the jetpack, which allows you to strengthen all the rigidity of the new design. We also see reinforced, updated moving speakers with updated and improved ear cushions. White color disappeared from the rear speakers, which also tells us about more aggressive settings Titan Speakerman. The columns are reinforced with movable protective exoskeleton structures. They have a dual function. The first is to protect the parasites, and the second is to protect the speakers from falling off the body. On the back, we see an improved jetpack. Its design is now more lightweight, which allows Titan Speakerman become much more agile. Pay attention to his central eye. The ear cushion now glows red, which means it may have a camera to capture information. In any case, this tells us that his eye is powered by a more powerful source of energy than before. The red eye is now protected by an additional visor. And of course, let's take a look at his new kinetically activated blaster cannons on both arms. Connected and reinforced by an exoskeleton to the main frame of the body, they have beautiful, aggressive zigzag red stripes near the stocks. With a special movement of his hands, he activates the red fusion plasma, revealing the protective petals of his ruthless blaster cannons. It is possible that these blaster cannons have the ability to regulate the power of the charge. And we also see his improved clothes, a new red robe, improved jodhpurs, reinforced leather boots, thick leather black gloves, protective armor plates on the lower leg. His main abilities are movement speed and agility, the speed of accurate shooting from 2 guns, the use of a sound wave with which he literally sweeps the enemy. But now these abilities are a little muffled due to the presence of parasites and polluted consciousness. His motivating music mode is still blocked by a parasite. After the parasitic stage of evolution, in the 19th season, the Alliance again tries to free the Speakerman Titan, but in simpler ways, because the tank is no more. On the first attempt, this fails and the Alliance loses one of the main characters of the plunger Cameraman. But suddenly, as always, mysterious TVs come to the rescue, and our favorite TV woman, having teamed up with the Titan Cameraman in a well-coordinated teamwork, they finally free the Titan Speakerman from a terrible parasite. The Speakerman Titan finally regains consciousness and is horrified by what he has done in all this time. It is likely that he remembers and saw everything that he did on this foundation. Strong feelings of rage and a desire for revenge are born in him. Arsenal and abilities of Titan after the parasitic stage of evolution. So let's take another quick look at what the Speakerman Titan has. The new Liberated is now red core, 2 speed cannons, protective exoskeleton structure, armor and belt, jetpack on 2 turbines, protective shin plates, improved clothes. And of course, it should be noted that now the Speakerman Titan has a pure, clear consciousness filled with a powerful charge of rage and revenge. This motivation gives him a huge amount of energy that he uses with lightning speed on the battlefield. Also, do not forget that he has the ability to suppress enemies with a powerful sound wave, which is now also enhanced by pure consciousness without parasites. And of course, his unique ability to play motivational music for his soldiers returned to him. We all understand how important this ability was for him and for his army. And of course, his new signature ability to do, after rising into the air, the so-called Spinner of Death, in 360 degrees in the T-pose, destroying all enemies around its axis. As of episode 58, Titan Speakerman's main motivation is to take revenge on the army toilets and the evil Skibidi scientist for all the suffering and horror they caused to the Alliance and his brothers. You can see the continuation of the deep story about the legendary Titan Speakerman in the second part of this video. Therefore, click like, subscribe to the channel, and may the force of the pyramid be with you. Good luck!